Hello, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the I Don't Know Show podcast. This is the podcast where we answer the questions given to us by millennials from people from all over the internet, from Yahoo to our Gmail to Twitter. I am joined, as always, by my home dog, my home slice, my home shizzle, my boy Noah.
That's me, folks.
And we're here to do the thing that we're good at. Well, okay, not that we're good at. We do the thing that we do every 2 weeks.
Do the thing we try our best at.
Do this thing that I think is fun, even if nobody watches. Yeah. Anyways, I guess we can jump right into it. I had something to say and then I don't. So welcome. Thank you for joining the live stream if you're there. But yeah, first question. Me and my girlfriend don't believe in all this romantic crap, but we cuddle and snuggle, etc. We both believe that people shouldn't expect a response if somebody tells them that you love them, or if you tell someone that you love them. But a couple times she has called me out for not saying it back when she said it to me. But now I've noticed that when I say it to her, she shrugs it off. I've said it twice when I've hugged her, and she just kind of starts a conversation over me. But when I phoned her up last night, she was on her own. I again said it, and she kind of blew me off. Like I said before, I don't care if she says I love you back, but it bothers me that she cuts me off or is trying to cover up the fact that I'm actually saying it. What do I do? Sincerely, this person who is in love, not in love. What do you think of this situation, Noah?
It sucks.
I don't think that he actually doesn't care.
Oh no, he totally cares. He wouldn't have been writing this email in if he didn't care.
Yeah. He 100% gives a fuck. He's like, listen, man, I don't give a shit about all that romantic crap, all that sensitive stuff. But I'd like it if she said I love you back sometimes. It'd be nice, you know.
Right? You know, a back rub would be good too. And you know, if a massage never hurt anybody, why don't you love me, Karen?
It's like I don't understand this guy. He's like, you know, she doesn't have to say I love you back, but it hurts my feelings when she doesn't. I mean, I guess good on you for not forcing someone to just like always tell you that they love you, even if it's not true. But I'm just kind of imagining this conversation where like they're talking, and he hugs her. He's like, "Hey, I love you." And she's just like, "How about them Royals, huh?" Just like she starts a whole new conversation and blows him off. She's like, "Hey, I love you." And she's like, "Yeah, you know, my soup was cold when I got it at the shop. I think that maybe we should leave a bad Yelp review or something." But like, what do you do in this situation? I guess I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, he's already said I love you back, like, because I think that's the real problem is he didn't say it back, and now she's kind of salty, and so I think she's trying to get revenge. And yeah, you screwed, my boy.
they just have this shitty relationship, is what it sounds like. Where it's like no, you don't have to say I love you, and then she's like, well, it hurts my feelings when you don't say I love you back. And he's like, okay, well, you know, I love you. And she's like, oh, okay. And then later he's like, hey, I love you. And she's just like, yeah, so Todd and I went to the gym earlier, and I think I pulled some. I don't know. There's a comedian that says something like his go-to like off thing is like, yeah, the doctor says it's malignant. It's weird. I don't know. But, yeah, I guess what you should do in this scenario is break up. You should be single. Yeah. You should be your own man and go find someone who will tell you that.
Like, what about that wonderful thing of communication?
Yo, that's fucking dumb. Who would communicate with another human being when you're in a relationship where you guys care about each other emotionally and physically? That seems like the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Why would you ever talk to that person?
Get out of here, boys.
Get out of here with those feelings and crap. No, like, I mean, obviously you should communicate with this person and tell them, it's like, hey, it actually does hurt my feelings when you don't say that I love you, because like, you know, I love you, bitch. I ain't never gonna stop loving you, bitch. Yeah, I think you might be right though. She might just be like trying to like play hard to get without being hard to get, you know what I mean? Like they're already dating, assumedly, because he calls her his girlfriend. And then
she said I love you, so like, yeah, she does. So
yeah, there's no like, you know, when you first start dating someone and like when you first say the I love yous or whatever, and it's like a big deal. Uh, they're long past that. So I don't
Hmm.
understand what the issue is. Like why she won't say it back to him. Maybe he's ugly. I don't know. Anyways, if you're ugly, then I don't know how to help you.
Yeah,
uh,
and that's why I'm helpless myself.
I'm sad. Moving on to the next question. Oh, do you want to read it?
Oh yeah, I got this. So, never mind. I don't got this.
Oh no.
My doc just went all wacky. Okay, so recently I've been seeing this guy who is perfect, cute, smart, funny. The first guy I've really started to fall for. And get this, he's 6'8". I'm just worried that all of him might be proportional to his height, if you know what I mean. I'm not a
Whoa.
tiny person, but I'm 5'6", and I'm just nervous because at 20 years old, I have no sexual experience to speak of, and I was worried, or I wasn't too worried, until my best friend told me to be careful because when he pulls out his dick, it might be so huge that it springs out and hits me on the face and gives me a black eye. Man, I just can't read this without laughing. Okay. I know that probably won't happen, but it did nothing to ease my nerves. I have no idea what to do. Help.
Well, first thing gonna want to do is you're gonna want to prep that. So you're gonna want to ice your eye beforehand. Uh, Make sure that
Yeah,
you
it
have like
decreases blood flow, so your eye won't be as black.
yeah, there you go. That way you could just be like, yeah, he punched me. Instead of telling him, is that the only time when like, yeah, he punched me is like the better excuse? It's just like, wow, what happened to you? Like, how'd you get that shiner? It's like, oh yeah, he whipped out his cock and I had a concussion. It's like, but yeah, no, okay, so 6'8", that's pretty tall. No,
Yeah, yeah,
you're a pretty
that's
tall guy.
yeah, I'm 6'4", and so yeah, if he's anything like me, she's got nothing to worry about.
Listen, I'll tell you as someone who is 4 inches shorter than you and 4 inches shorter in other ways that she definitely has nothing to worry. No, I've seen your penis so many times. I know. Just exactly. For the record, I've never seen Noah's penis. Actually, maybe once. I might have seen it once by accident. I don't know, but like the bell end is like you're turning around or something. Like it's like I open the door, it's like, oh god, there's no one. You just like whip around. I just see the tip of it. I'm like, that's,
It counts.
it counts. But no, I so she's 5'6", he's 6'8". That is I'm not great at math. 6 + 8, that's a 14-inch difference. Is that correct?
Yep, there you
Yeah.
are.
That's pretty distinctive. I don't think you have a whole lot to worry about. Generally speaking, the the length of the male organ doesn't usually dictate dictate doesn't usually dictate the or isn't dictated by the height of
Mhm,
that human being. There are people who have massively disproportional things. There are tall people with tiny ones. There are tall people with huge ones. There's short people with ginormous ones.
mhm.
Um, don't look up anything that you don't Google this question for sure because you'll come up with some really interesting. I guess too late. She's already put out her her vote on the
Right?
internet. She's definitely Googled this. Um, it's like that Bo Burnham statistic where it's like the average penis length is 5.5 inches. Average penis length of man who Googles average penis length is 3.5 inches. Um, but yeah, let me see. What could we say to her to ease her nerves other than just like, oh, you probably have nothing to worry about?
I mean, if it's bigger, that's better, right? You know? Like that
Sure,
that's kind of what we're going for. I don't know.
that's what society tells us, Noah. We
Uh,
shouldn't dick shame people for having average sized penises or even small penises. Although I apologize if you have a small schmeckle. Uh, Schmeckles. Is that the Rick and Morty thing, or am I being silly?
You're being silly. I mean, it
Oh,
could be. I don't
okay,
know.
never mind.
Comment down below.
Comment down below telling me if I'm a silly Billy. Uh, let me see something to ease her woes. Uh,
Mhm.
it'll probably hurt no matter what because it's your first time.
That's better.
No, I'm just being
I
honest.
am relieved.
Good, you should be. Take Tylenol. Take a Tylenol beforehand. Uh, Just pop Tylenol every night before, like, you go out and see him, just in case, you know? Get addicted to acetaminophen, just ruin your liver as you're preparing. Like, I imagine, like, she's just, like, every night, she's like, this is the night it's gonna happen," and then it just never does. It's like, turns
Mhm,
out this guy is just like, "I'm just not interested in you sexually." It's like, "Oh, damn." Um, but yeah, I don't think you have anything to worry about. Sex is sex, and you guys will figure it out because any healthy relationship doesn't depend on sex. It's like,
mhm,
uh, what is it? I read something once. It's like a good relationship is 80% relationship and 20% sex, whereas bad relationships are 80% sex and 20% relationship.
mhm.
So yeah, I think you'll be fine. Have no fear because your boy with the giant dong or your average dong is gonna take care of you no matter what if he cares for you.
Mhm,
So moving on to the next question. Oh god. Oh, this is a long one. Or is this a long one? No, that's 2 questions. Okay.
mhm.
So I love my big brother to death. We're really great friends, and I often go to social gatherings with him. He's probably the nicest guy I know, which is generally a good thing, but it has some unfortunate side effects. He sometimes takes up to 30 to 40 minutes to leave a place because he has to say a personalized, individual goodbye to literally everyone in the room. This leaves me waiting by the door awkwardly, far more often than I'd like to admit. Although I know it comes from a good place, I'm pretty irritated by this. Am I good? Like, should I say something? And if I do, how do I do so without hurting his feelings? So this person, their brother's a nice person, wants to say goodbye to everyone. While they, I assume she, I don't know why I assume it's a she. It's, this other person, uh, they would rather Irish goodbye. Which do you think is like more like polite?
Just like
Because I,
quick or like the long-winded goodbyes.
yeah,
Um,
well, or like even not saying goodbye at all and just leaving.
yeah, I mean, you should probably say something to like the host or someone, or like if you have
Hmm.
good friends there, like say, hey, like peace out, like good to see you.
Hmm.
But yeah, I'm definitely not like a long-winded goodbye kind of person. So,
Hmm. I couldn't imagine saying goodbye to everyone in the room. Like,
mhm.
very rarely do I go to a party or gathering where I actually like everyone there. So it's like I would probably like you, I'd probably only say goodbye to like the host, whoever invited me, like the one or two like people that I met there that like because generally I go to social gatherings and I meet someone new, and so I'm like, oh hey, I'll probably say goodbye to them, catch their contact information. But like yeah, I can't imagine saying goodbye to everyone. Could you imagine, like, walking up to people you don't know, just like, "Hey, see you later," and they're just like, "Yeah, I'll see you," and they're like, you leave, and like, "Who the fuck was that guy?"
No, but it's not even that because like he takes 30 to 40 minutes. So it's not like see you later. It's like, hey, we didn't meet, but I want to meet before I say goodbye.
Oh, meet someone and then say goodbye, just like, "Hey, how's it going? I'm on my way out. What's your name?" Just like, what are the
That's
things you're
probably what
into?
this guy does, though.
Oh, that annoy me. Like, I don't think you're a bad person for hating this kind of behavior. I think this is uncalled for. I think it's selfish. I think this person is drawing so much attention to themselves, like,
Mhm.
but while leaving a party that's not about them. They're just like they show up to this party, they're invited there, and then when they leave, they're just like, "Everybody, hey, I'm leaving," and then they walk up to everybody and it's like, "Hey, I'm leaving. It's so nice to meet you. What was your name? Who are you from? Oh, really? That's crazy. I have an uncle from there." And then they carry on a conversation with
Mhm.
every single person while you are just waiting by the door, just like, "I wanna get the fuck out of here. I wanna go home and play Breath of the Wild on my fucking Switch. Why didn't they bring it with me?"
Yeah, and he
Um,
knows goddamn well what he's doing. He is not a good person. He is the Antichrist incarnate.
Antichrist of social and gatherings. Do you think that he knows? Do you think he thinks he's being a good person though by like leaving like this?
Oh yeah, I think he thinks he's like doing the right thing and being like,
Mhm.
"Oh, like I just want to say goodbye to everyone. Everyone wants to see me and stuff." So like, not in like a
Like a low
pretentious
key
way.
narcissist,
Uh-huh.
just like, oh, everyone loves me. So I mean, I'm
Yeah.
I
They
gotta
would be
say
hurt
goodbye.
if I left without
Oh
them.
my
So,
god, it'd be terrible if I were to leave without saying anything at all.
mhm.
Uh, have you ever Irish goodbye? Which is just like I believe that's what it's called. Irish goodbye when you
Say
like
nothing at all?
yeah.
I don't think so. And maybe it's a bigger party and I had, and I was just like, well,
Mhm,
I don't really know anyone, so
mhm,
I just ditched out. But any like small gathering, I wasn't just like, oh, they're in the bathroom. I'm gonna ditch out.
mhm. Yeah, I think I have once or twice. Honestly, I there's no difference to me. Like, when someone, like, Irish goodbyes, I'm just like, "Where are they at? Oh, I guess they're not here anymore. Okay, I'll
Mhm.
see 'em." Uh, unless it's, like, a really close friend. Because like, if you left a party without me or, like, without first of all, the chances of you and I being at the same party and us not going together would be extremely, extremely rare, but, like,
Mhm.
if that were to in the off chance we both, like, show up just like, "Whoa, hey, what's up? What are you doing here, my coworker and best friend?" Slash hopefully soon to be roommate. Like, what are you happening to do at the same party?
How
And then
funny
you
would
left
that be if we left an apartment together and we're like, "Oh, we're going to a party," and they're like, "Oh, cool, have fun," and then we like meet
It's
each
so
other
fun
there.
at the same party. Yeah, no, that'd be fucking wacky. And then I think if you left without saying goodbye to me, I'd still be hurt though. It's just like you'd probably be like, "What? You're gonna see me when you get home," and I'd be like, "Yeah, well, you should have said goodbye." And I just like go to my room and I slam my door.
And now we're in a fight.
Yeah, and I cry on my bed and I like write in my journal. I'm just like, "Dear diary, today Noah was a fucking cock." um, but we strayed away from the question a little bit, I think. I don't know. How do you do so without hurting his feelings? You're like, "Hey, you're taking up a lot of time. We should probably just leave." Is kind of what I think I'd say.
Mhm. Yeah, and
Uh,
I feel like if you wanted to leave, you might just, like, prep him and say, "Hey, like, you tell me when you're ready to walk out the door." So you're not
mhm.
waiting by the door. Like, you're still
Okay.
having fun or maybe, like, you wanna leave, but you're like, "Okay, he'll get his stuff out of the way, and I'm not waiting for him."
Okay, yeah, that's a good idea. So, like, rather than even confronting him, he's just like, "Hey, do you wanna leave?" And then you go, "Yeah." And then once he starts his thing, you just set a timer for 30 minutes, and you're just like, "Okay, I have 30 minutes to go and try and score some poon, and then, like, I'm outta here." Just go over by the punch bowl, just, like, look at some hottie with a body and just be like, "Hey, how you doing? What are you doing here? I have 30 minutes. You wanna get into some trouble?" And they're like, "I came with my boyfriend." And you're like, "Cool. I came with my brother." Uh, so yeah, I don't think yeah, I like that response though. Like, you don't have to tell him anything at all. You just have to prepare better. Have to be more aware of the fact that he's gonna take forever and don't prep yourself to leave until it's time to leave. So, anyways, we got a couple more questions
Yeah, we do.
and a couple more times, a couple more seconds here. Go ahead and
Oh, yeah.
read off this next one.
Yeah, I got this. Okay. Hey guys. So we have one computer in the house, which we keep in the family room, so everyone can use it. My dad's starting using it late in the evenings after my younger brother and sister are in bed, but I'm still awake. And when I go downstairs to grab a snack or a drink of water, I keep catching him. Keep cap yeah, I froze. 404 error.
Okay, go
Um,
ahead.
so when I go down to get my snack or water, I keep catching him staring awkwardly at the computer desktop. Um, I'm pretty sure he's up to something. I mean, why would you just be staring at the desktop? So, do you think my dad's jerking his gherkin in the family room when most of us have gone to bed? If so, how can I still relax in the evenings knowing my dad could be downstairs fapping away? Please help.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
So the dad's downstairs in the family room? The family
yeah.
room of all places?
Get an office for that. Come on, dad.
Oh, gosh.
There's
Okay.
standards to uphold.
Have you ever okay, personal questions. Here we go. Noah, how what is the most what is this, we're gonna lose any like possibility for ad revenue on this video. What's the most public that you have ever jerked it?
Man, I am very private with my jerking it.
You're just like, I did it under 4 blankets, behind 2 locked
Pretty much.
doors,
I was
while
wearing my turtleneck and a cardigan.
you were wearing you were jerking off in a hoodie. You had the hood up, a mask on. You're
Oh
just like,
man.
"This feels dirty." I think the most I did is one time I did it with the door open.
Yeah.
I was just like I was like, "You know what? Eh, not super worried about it." Whipped out my phone. Just, sometimes you just gotta get it out, It's like one of
Yeah.
those kind of things. Gotta love being a dude. I but this dad, he has other options. There's no way he doesn't have a smartphone. Like, it's 2018. Come on.
Come
Who
on, dad.
who doesn't have a smartphone? And even if you don't, maybe you could introduce your dad to mobile tomfoolery.
Buy him like the cheapest smartphone you can get. Like
Mhm.
a BlackBerry might even do. Like he can have the keyboard still, but he can still look online. You know?
Yeah, BlackBerry came out with a new one that's actually like it's got like a touchscreen and a keyboard.
Ooh.
So like you could absolutely get that for him. A little like fucking 4-inch screen. That's enough. 4
Yeah.
inches is more than enough to please a man. Uh, but yeah, that's awkward as fuck though. I couldn't imagine. Could you? I'm sorry. I'm laughing because I know your family. Could you imagine walking in on your dad,
Oh boy.
just like, and
Oh
he's just
man.
staring at a blank desktop, just like you're like, "What are you doing, Dad?" And he's like, "I'm doing taxes. Leave me alone, Noah."
Oh man.
Uh, it'd be weirder for me to
No,
walk in on my
I feel
dad.
like if I walked in on my dad, I would be the one who got in trouble. Like I don't know how, but like they'd be like, "Damn it, Noah! I told you to go to bed."
He's like, "What are you doing down here?" He's like, I'm just I was gonna watch TV." Dad." He's like, "Okay, you can watch
Mhm.
TV. Just look the other way." It's like the computer's on
Put
the
on some
opposite side of the room.
headphones.
Yeah, put on some fucking headphones. Play your Xbox, son.
Oh boy.
So tell me about the rabbits. Oh, tell me about the Playboy bunnies. I'm just
Uh,
but but no, I was saying earlier, it'd be even more awkward if I walked into my dad jerking off because 'cause I'd be like, "Where the fuck have you been for the last 18 hours? What are you doing here now, and why are you jerking off in my family
yeah,
room?"
you came to visit me, but you couldn't like wait a little bit before you jerked it.
Jesus
Oh
Christ, you
man.
fucking animal. Get out of here. I
But
don't
no wonder I am the way I am.
this is why I'm so fucked up. It's because of this. And then I sit down and I jerk off next to him like father, like son. Ugh.
I really needed this bonding time. I'd missed out on 20 years of it.
Oh yeah, that's the last thing I need. That's to fix my fucking psyche. Jerk off with another grown man. Ugh, that's so weird. Just being around, like as a, I would call myself. I think I would call myself like 70% straight, like 70, 75. Because like I can look at another dude and just be like, all right,
Mm-hmm.
that's a good looking guy. Like, I could spend a Saturday night, getting a back rub from this gentleman and be okay with it. Um, but like even just like being around other naked people for me is kind of weird. Like
Mm-hmm.
because I did powerlifting and I did like I, which I guess is a sport, but I worked out excessively is all that means as I lifted heavy objects. But like going into like the locker room and just being around other dudes and carrying on conversations while naked is just like the most awkward thing in the world to me. It's like your penis is out and yet we are having a conversation. We're both maintaining very careful, constant eye contact. And if either one of us defers from this, it's just like, what are you doing? What are you doing? It's like, wow, it's crazy. That ceiling tile. I've never seen anything like it. But I don't know how I got back down to this. Another tangent. Uh, did we help this person? Uh,
No. Okay.
how,
So I have a question. So like, how do like if your dad is doing it and you
mhm.
can't stop it by giving him a BlackBerry, like how do you relax? How do you like handle it?
Well, I guess you could relax by going upstairs to your room and jerking off. I mean, that's
Yeah.
that's always an option. That always relaxes me. If I'm having a nice stressful day, you get home and you're just like, you know what? I'm gonna deal with this. I'm gonna take this head on, and then you can do it that way. But mm, yeah, put on some headphones is probably the best advice that we could give here. Don't
Mhm.
think about it. Don't go downstairs in the evenings anymore. That's for sure.
Yeah. Get a mini
Uh,
fridge. Yeah.
get a mini fridge. Yeah. Talk to him. Do you think there's any world where like
Oh,
confronting the dad about this is a
that's just
option?
as bad, man.
Hey, dad, listen. I know you really like to watch your. Oh, he probably also doesn't wear headphones. You
Oh.
because if he's a dad and he's like enough of a dad
Hmm.
that's like he's out of touch enough with technology that he's watching porn on like the family computer,
Yep.
then like
He's got
he's
his little separate speakers that he has to adjust the volume on.
his little speakers and he's like holding them up and stuff. It's like whatever the fucking porn music or whatever. Ugh. Ugh. You probably hear that through the vents. That's not a time that anybody wants. I guess you could also see, um, maybe he's not even looking at porn because he doesn't know because he's just catching him, like, looking at the computer desktop. Uh,
Mhm.
assuming that your father doesn't know how to use the internet very well, you could check the search history if you really wanna know what he's looking at. Uh, but to me, that'd almost be worse because not only do you know that your father is looking at porn, you know exactly what kind of porn he's looking at and for how long.
Mhm.
So,
No.
eh,
But one caveat is, if your dad's like some guy who like has a 9 to 5 and works all day, and then he
mhm.
comes home to your little sister and brother, like he literally might just stare at the desktop. Like he just needs his brain to shut off for like 5 minutes. Like, you
Stares.
know,
He's just like, "I'm dead inside." He's
I
just
literally got
like,
off work today and I was like, can I just sit here for like an hour?
"Oh, well, yeah, that's understandable." I
So
don't think
maybe
I'd
he's
ever
doing the
wanna.
same thing.
That's different
So
though, I think. Like, I don't know if I could stare at a computer screen after a long day.
give this person hope, Jose.
Give them hope.
He needs it.
My gosh. Do you think that you could ever masturbate after seeing your dad masturbate?
I mean,
Like, after seeing him do it, maybe you're just like, "Wait, am I doing it wrong? Or is he doing it wrong? Like, wait, what's going on here?"
oh
Like,
man.
I don't think I think I would never masturbate the same again. Uh, I think I'd probably need some therapy. I mean, I think I
Yeah.
need therapy now, but I think I'd need more, another couple years. So yeah, we kinda helped you. Yeah, I mean, we gave you some options you can of what you can do. Um, we've got a little more time here. I've got some, extra bonus questions here, at the bottom, just little quickies. This one, I'm glad we got to it because it's definitely my favorite one. Uh, so it says, "My husband left me in charge of the office aquarium while he was away on a business trip. Now, I'm not saying that mistakes were made, but all of his fish are definitely dead now. He comes back in a couple days. So, how should I play this one out?" Noah, what do you
uh,
do? You got an aquarium full of dead fish. Your husband's coming home in a couple days. He explicitly left you in charge. He's like, "Listen, if Nemo dies, I swear to God, I'm gonna beat the shit out of you." People are
oh
gonna wish
no.
you're gonna wish that I hit you in the eye with my
Oh
giant cock.
no. Oh no. I lie. Lying is easy. It is efficient. It is how I get out of 90% of my predicaments. So
You lie? No, lying's bad. We should we should promote good ethical decisions and morality here. I think
didn't you say you're about to jerk off next to your dad in the last question?
no, I said that I would think about it. Don't nobody
Uh,
play that back. Derek, delete that part. Um, no. So, I think what's the best way out of this? I can't imagine, like, fucking up that bad. What did you do? So
yeah,
he left
how many did he have? Like maybe there's just one fish and you're like, well, they're all dead. And it's like, well,
well,
actually only one died.
it's an office aquarium, though, like, so I'm picturing at least, like, something like this big.
Mhm.
There's gotta be more than one. There's probably, like, a small school, perhaps, like, a kindergarten worth of fish in there. Uh,
Mhm.
it's I what did you fucking do to these fish? Did you forget how quickly do fish die if you don't feed them?
I don't know, but I feel
I've
like
never
that's what
had
it'd have to
fish.
be, though, right? Like,
Yeah.
what else did you do? Like, take them? Like, I tried to take them on a walk, and they just didn't like it.
I could take him on a walk. I couldn't figure
They
out where to
did
put the leash in time. And s
fine.
she's just got all these fish out in her hands. She's like, "Alright, let's go." Oh, no. Just
Do I
try to
take
take
them
a
all at
bath.
once or one at a time?
I what would she have done? She could have played our podcast for him. Could have died. Could have died
Yeah,
him,
I know
like,
it kills me
laughing.
a little bit every time.
Hey, what are you talking about? I actually like doing these. Fuck you. Okay. Let's come up with solutions. Let's not blame this poor woman for her predicament. She probably blames herself enough already. Like the guilt alone of
Mhm.
killing all of his beloved fish. Oh, I just thought, what if he had like koi fish or something? Oh, that's
Oh,
expensive.
like expensive, but
Yeah.
it's an office aquarium, so we're just gonna assume they're like
Yeah.
beta fish.
Yeah, beta fish, something like that. Maybe an angel fish or something. So what you could do is just go to the store and buy the exact same of every single fish.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that'd be my go-to. Uh, there is what show is it? There's a TV show I was watching one time where they have this cute little bit excuse me, they have this cute little bit where, this couple keeps coming home to, a fish that's dead. And so each of them keeps replacing the fish because they each keep forgetting
Oh.
because they're like, "Oh, well, we want a kid." And it's like, "Oh, there's no way we could, like, have a kid." It's like, "Well, what if we got a dog?" It's like, "Well, we can't have a dog right now. Like, are you gonna walk it? I'm not gonna walk it." It's like, "Well, we should get a fish." And so they got a fish, and to prove that they could have a child, and then they killed the fish over and over and over again and just kept, like, buying a new one. And so you could definitely pull something like that, see if he noticed. I mean,
Mhm.
yeah, just
Yeah,
get
and
rid
if
of
it's
the
like
old
an
ones.
office aquarium where it's like sitting in the front of like a waiting room, he might not
Mhm.
care at all, you know? So,
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it depends on how expensive and how emotionally invested in these fish
mhm.
that he is. Yeah, it's poor what a
Uh-huh.
predicament. It seems like the kinda, like, horrible luck that I would have on something too, where I'm just like it's like, "Oh, yeah, no, I no problem, I can take care of that for you." It's like the next morning,
Mhm.
it's like, "They're all dead. What what happened? What did I do?" So, but yeah, yeah, we're coming up
Mhm.
on 31 minutes now. Do
Yeah.
you wanna let's just do one more. This is a quickie. Just read this
Okay.
last one real quick, and we'll just answer really quickly and end the episode.
One sentence. How do I convince my teacher to start a vape club?
Answer: You don't.
You don't.
All right. Thank you guys for watching. I don't know though. It's been a great time. I'm glad. Thank you for joining us live. Chin
Mhm.
Chinnery and Sarah, who is always here. You guys are amazing. And I
Mhm.
appreciate having you here. So we will see you
Yeah.
guys next week with Noah Asked, where Noah will ask about.
Something.
All
He
right.
never plans ahead.
That's what I like to hear. So, if you guys wanna get your own questions answered on here, you can email us at humorish.tm@gmail.com or use the hashtag IDKTHO show on Twitter. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so you know when we're about to live stream. Thank you guys for listening and have yourselves a lovely evening. Bye.